Return of Bossman 2.
The return of Freedom Bossman.
Oh, Jesus.
All
right. Well, welcome everyone to episode 13 of the Entertaining Diversion podcast. I'm Beazley. I'm Beazley. On my left, everyone's favourite person.
Sassy Maddie.
Matthew.
And
what are you doing?
Like my name is Charles,
name or something.
the Bossman.
this is the Bossman.
Returning for once.
Return of Bossman.
And I've got to say it, the ever-British, Monsieur Curtis.
Pew, pew, pew.
Monsieur.
So yeah.
Did you work out what it was we had to ask him?
No, I still haven't worked that out.
That's
I'll
disappointing.
work out a random question.
What we should do is whoever's watched this, I think it was the Splatoon Let's Play, the Splatfest, the first Splatfest video. There was a question that Matt and I wanted to ask Curtis, and we can't find it in there.
No.
So if you know,
We've watched it like 3 times.
contact us, and we may ask him at some stage.
Oh yeah, the Splat. Yeah, so it was the second Splatoon video we did.
Yeah, so the second Splatoon video, the first Splatfest, ice cream versus cake. We
Ice
know
cream
who
won.
We're not going down that path. Matthew.
If you want to know who won, just watch the video again.
Well, no. So basically, do you know how the Splatfest work in Splatoon?
A little bit from what I watched.
All right. So basically, we're just going to go into Splatoon then. All right, cool.
So
Which worked really well.
Something we don't know anything
I
about.
don't know anything about it.
My first question was going to be, what's everyone been playing? So this is actually this is actually worked well.
Splatoon.
Well, it's always the same. It's either Friday the 13th or Battlefield 1.
Okay.
For myself, it's always them two.
So Splatoon Splatfest works that they pick 2 things. Usually it's opposing things. In this case, it was ice cream and cake, right? So before the Splatfest start, everyone gets to pick one, and they choose that team. This is globally. And then you play as many matches in the time that the Splatfest is running, and then whoever's got the highest score at the end of that time period, globally, is the winner.
Oh.
The winning team was ice cream, and I'm sure if I asked Matty the margin, he probably knows.
Did you guys scream for that ice?
You did say the margin to
Did
me
you get any
earlier.
cream on the dice?
It was
no, it was
70.
they asked like Nintendo employees
Oh.
what they picked, and it was 76% ice cream.
Una.
Bad kitty.
Una,
Anyway.
no.
If she knocks the keyboard, she'll pause everything.
Oh.
God, Una.
See, she didn't even knock it, and now we spent all that time worrying instead of podcasting.
So good. We got to train kitty cat all over the
So
island.
now she's going for the next thing. All right, let's
Anyway,
you press that. Oh, she's gone. So yeah, no. So So that they did what they did with the first Splatfest was that it was put out a couple of days prior to the actual release of the game. It was, so they used it as a bit of a demo.
So sort of a beta.
Yeah, kind of
a week before it came
See if
out.
you like it.
And which Splatoon 2 is very much like Splatoon 1 mechanically, obviously. Just a whole heap of other stuff added to it. It's great. It is.
But
great.
more importantly, the next Splatfest is mayonnaise versus ketchup.
all right. True. Mayonnaise versus
Okay.
mayonnaise or ketchup.
He's ketchup.
Mayonnaise or ketchup.
I like catsup.
Oh God. I'm going mayo.
mayonnaise.
So we got. Here's the line. Draw the line.
It's like the 2 unsplatoon gentlemen go one way, and the 2 Splatoon lads go the other.
So we're gentlemen.
No, we're lads.
We're
lads.
We're
We're
gentlemen because
He
he's
said
English,
gentlemen.
and I'm slightly English.
Oh, am I a lad? Oh, that's
You're
a
a lad.
change.
We're not lads, but we are in this situation.
Okay.
And Beazley is
You're
definitely
a
not a
fad
lad.
now.
I'm
You're just a fad.
a fat lad.
I was going to say female lad, but
Alright, I'll go with fat. Fat sounds better.
Either or, you're
So
a fad.
what have you been playing, Curtis?
Everything.
So I've been playing the game of life.
What have you been playing the most of
Probably
since the last?
Probably
not since the last
Probably Elite
podcast.
Dangerous, to be honest.
Elite Dangerous. What's that like?
It's alright. Slow, but it's alright.
What does that entail? I remember seeing the title, but no,
it's just a space flight sim. It's basically you start off as a new commander in space. It's a procedurally generated galaxy, so you can pretty much there's literally 400.
It's like never ending. Is it
Pretty much full. It's in your galaxy, but
yeah.
it's 400 billion stars.
So
You can go see.
I think a No Man's Sky sort of concept with
Pretty
that.
much, but obviously, like No Man's Sky is endless. In fact, they
Yeah,
just keep
yeah.
making them. This one just stays within the galaxy.
Yeah, with what they've already
but
created.
but
sort
you
of
couldn't
thing.
go everywhere because, like I said, it's for 4 billion star systems you can go to.
Yeah, it's going to take you like 3 lifetimes.
Oh,
to,
pretty
to,
much,
to see
pretty
the
much.
lot, if that.
But yeah, basically you start off in a little shitty spaceship and then you can buy your way up.
So it's like life, but in space.
Pretty much in space.
You got to rent out your
You
shit.
can
you
mine.
gotta
You
sell
can
it.
mine. You can do all. You can mine.
You got to go bankrupt. You gotta call the government. Get on Centrelink.
You can join a faction. You can go to war.
Excuse me, spaceman. Can I get on Space Centrelink? I need my ship to be rebuilt.
I'm on the dole. It's actually pretty funny if you mention that, because if you do die, like, you can either buy back your insurance for your ship, or you can actually get a free ship from the government.
Oh my god! Is it that? Is it that?
Yeah, you get a free ship from the government. It's just a shitty ship.
It is literally the space game of life.
So it's insurance and...
It's like, if you don't have the insurance for your spaceship, you have to just go with the free one that they give you. It's just a shit box.
You do know that for the most part, you're meant to play video games for enjoyment, not to simulate further
my life.
Further debt.
Dodgy parts of life where you're like, oh, I've got to go make sure. Did you read your policy? Did you read the terms and conditions and the fine print? Oh my god, that's just weird. All right, so what did you say you played?
Mainly Battlefield 1.
It's good.
You know, it's a game I've been playing for months and months. I'm part of a very well-known platoon called Power, which they are legends, and we keep doing our sort of tournaments to compete with that. It's been lovely.
So you were telling me before the podcast that you're actually up to something tomorrow.
Yeah, so we got a tournament. Our clan is called Power, and we're going against a clan called RSF, who has challenged one of our elite members. Yeah. And they took him up for the challenge, and they've now set it up. So it's all go for tomorrow night. If anyone wants to go onto the Power YouTube page and check it out, you're welcome. It's going to be a very good fight, very good banter involved in that fight, I assume. Always fun banter with them.
Always good when there's competition involved, eh?
Always fun. There's going to be teabagging, there's going to be laughter. I mean, there's going to be.
I love teabags.
But everyone's keen for that. Bit of Battlefield love. Hit it up. POW. Yeah, it's a lovely page to subscribe to. POW, Princess of War.
I know what it means. I'm trying to imagine how that would work.
Yeah. Pow. I like to say pow.
And even though I know the answer, Matthew, what have you been playing since the last podcast?
I wonder. Bit of Halo. All of them, basically.
Yeah.
I've
played Halo with you a bit. That's been fun.
Splatoon,
yeah.
And I just bought Fable.
Oh, you played it yesterday. I seen it. No. Fable.
Fuck. It's in. It's one of the Xbox game preview things at the moment. It's
are they making a new Fable? Are they?
It's a card game. It's kind of like Hearthstone.
Oh yeah, no, I know about that.
Yeah, you build your deck.
It's like the Gwent, but Fable style.
Yeah. So yeah, that just came out in preview, and it's like, I don't know, $5 off if you buy it.
I've been seeing this. I've been seeing this game in the store called Serial Cleaner. I don't know if you guys have ever
just like
into that.
Beazley should get into that. Yeah.
I was about to say, my ears. I'm listening.
It costs about $20. You're a cleaner for the mob. It's like a little 2D game.
Yes.
And you literally run around with like a big squeegee trying to clean hide bodies before the police catch you. And it looks like great fun.
It looks like fun, actually.
$20 game. Get a couple of lads together. It's going to be like time of our lives. Serial Cleaner.
So, okay. Well,
the name sounded familiar, but as soon as you said the concept, like, I
like games like that.
It looks like you guys and myself would just really love it. Like, we should all get it one day.
So I played a bit of Halo with Maddie. That was good. Me, Matt, and Sean played some competitive multiplayer, and anytime you play competitive multiplayer with me and Matt's on the opposite team and I say to you there's going to be an alliance here, alright, there's going to be an alliance, it's because Matt's running around with a fucking sword just obliterating everything under the sun that's in front of him so frustratingly that me and Sean, who normally would kill each other, were like, right, enough's enough.
We're getting mad.
We've had enough. We've got enough Matt. And you know what? To Matt's credit, he still, for the most part, kicked our ass.
Once I stopped using the sword.
But, you know, I tend to use a shotgun probably far too much in that, but it was good.
The shotgun's the best weapon. That and the sword. It's just like instant kills.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, saying we're also on the game, see, a lot of the games I played this week or this fortnight have been also relating to content. So, you know, not everything. So, yeah, with me, Matt, Kyle, we've played some Destiny beta. So, check those videos out. They're pretty good. The Strike was fun. The Strike was a lot of fun.
Party Hard was pretty good.
Curtis and I also played Party Hard. Now, that game's been out for a while, but I got a code because of being a Rooster Teeth fan and stuffs. So we put that in and we played it on PC. So there'll be a video for that coming out probably next week. What else have we done? We played Of course. How can I forget? Exciting news. After 6 months, after 6 long months,
Get prepared to be disillusioned.
when this is out, both Part 9 and Part 10, the finale for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard will be out.
A lot of squealing, a lot of running, a little bit of fighting.
I can't even sit through 2 of those showings. That was horrible.
No.
And it's, I think, at any given time throughout the recording of these 10 parts, someone from Entertaining Diversion has appeared in the background. Outside of me and Sean, like Matt has,
Carl's been in the
Kyle has. Curtis started off in 1 and 2, and then it just like, I'm out.
And Kempy got involved.
No, that was Outlast.
Similar.
Yeah, very similar.
I would say that Outlast was probably worse than Resident Evil.
Outlast is great.
Absolutely, it is. Like scariness.
Oh yeah.
But Outlast you can't fight back, so that makes it.
That's what I mean.
think-
In Resident Evil, what it has for it is the fact that you do have weapons and you can defend yourself from these horrors. But Outlast is pretty much you don't fight at all. You literally just got to avoid everything. That
I
can
will
kill
say
you.
this
with
much,
the camera.
without spoiling too much of Part 9 and 10. One of those parts, I have the biggest jump scare I've had in the game, and I think it's because you get to a point in Resident Evil 7 where you're comfortable. Yes, there's still shit going on, but you're comfortable,
But
right?
you can
And then all of
when
a
it's
sudden,
happening,
they do something and you're like, oh, fuck. And there's one moment where I find it hilarious, is that... So we played through a part, and I got jump scared. And then Sean came in later and played another part, and it was a very similar situation. He'd mocked me for, like, jumping at that point. He jumped the exact same way.
He shouldn't really be mocking since he is also a jumpy person.
So it was nice to finally finish that series. So Part 9 and 10 went out.
There's a game coming out at the moment. It's in development. I can't bloody remember what it is. It's killing me. It's literally mixed between the Resident Evil game that you guys play and Biohazard and Outlast.
Oh.
It's a mixture between the two. So you literally start with a camera implanted into your noggin. And you relive your past memories of other people. And you play against a time there's a bomb strapped to a kid somewhere, and you got to try and go through this asylum and try and find that kid.
I did see this. And I can't think what it's called.
It was a very simple title.
It's in beta at the
It
moment.
was like The End or something.
Yeah.
Very similar, but
sure.
it looks
you play like a
terrifying.
mercenary or something like that. You're an ex-mercenary or something like that.
Something like that, but it's the same thing where you got no weapons.
See, like it's like it keeps flashing, like it keeps going for. It goes for like an old construction building, and then every now and then it flashes to what it looked like before it became like worn down.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's going on?
It looks interesting, but at the same time, if I can't fight back, I'm just going to be like.
But yeah, so outside of that, I've played a bit of Splatoon. I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild. I went back and played some Breath of the Wild because of the DLC coming out not that long ago. Which you did that as well. You went back to Breath of the Wild for a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So yeah, no. A few games I've played.
Look.
I can't think of anything else I played. So yeah. Hungry. So there's a few games that are out or coming
I've been smashing randomly Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh really?
The original.
Oh,
Yeah,
Crash
the original.
Bandicoot.
No idea why.
Crash Bandicoot's the other thing I played of. I have to try one of these. So show the camera what these things are.
They're windmills.
Yeah,
No,
At least you didn't grab the shoe
candy.
ones. The croquet shoes or whatever it is, lollies.
not sure.
I would, but like
They kind of remind me of
They are windmills.
when I was a kid.
Weird.
Did anyone ever have those
I'm bad on that.
medicine lollies that were doobie things?
Yeah.
And
That's
they were-
exactly the same.
They taste like that.
I'm not eating one.
Like it's that
So
weird.
Curtis, your beloved.
Not sure I like them or not, Curtis.
I
love them. But then again, I was a Calpol addict.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like Calpol tastes disgusting. I'm like, bitch, give me that shit. I'll eat it.
They're
all
not
up.
bad. I mean,
old
they're
school always.
definitely not bad tasting. They're just
They're just kind of meh.
You Australians
so-
just don't know what good sweets are.
So thanks to Sean. I talked to Sean last week after the podcast.
Right.
Nothing to do with me replacing him or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he's accepted.
Oh, okay.
yeah, exactly.
But
Even if he hasn't,
drew a
we
bit
have.
to him.
So
And,
that's all that matters.
and I said, Sean, you've been talking about Assault and Arkham on these podcasts and a couple other movies. Can you please give me a top 10 list of your favourite movies of DC?
Oh, God, you trusted him.
And so he's proceeded to do so, and I'm loving him for it. because I've watched about 5 DC movies now, which I always thought they were for kids sort of thing. Never wanted to delve into
they're
it.
on my PlayStation right now.
Yeah,
I didn't even know there were more than 10 that weren't for kids.
I watched like Batman: The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2.
Yeah,
it was like the best cinema I've
Actually,
ever seen.
better.
Like, it was the greatest movie. There's so much death and gore and just fucking. That was me. But yeah, no, I was surprised to hell, and I want to thank Sean on the podcast right now. You're a legend.
He's gonna like you've just given him like he's gonna rewind that one bit of that. He's gonna be like, Sean, you're a legend. Sean, you're a legend.
It's just gonna be like
ringtone,
hands down, like
like
yeah.
I've been getting lost in the world of animated movies now.
They're pretty good.
Actually, yeah, well, mine's not. I watched X-Ram Vav today, which is a great Rooster Teeth thing. That was awesome. What you been? You've been watching something. What was you watching?
Nothing.
So you were watching something? Oh no, you weren't.
I was watching Skins.
Yeah.
Finally, I'd never seen it before.
Great shit.
So I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't sure what to expect from it, and
you never watched it?
No, I'd never watched it, and nobody had really talked to me about it.
Oh, it's so good.
So I just stumbled across it.
Yeah,
and then I bring it up to people that I'm finally watching it, and everyone's like, "Oh, you haven't seen it before? Like, it's really good."
I remember watching it every night after school. SBS, hit me up. Hit me up with some good programming.
I'm not that far in it yet. I'm about 6 episodes. They're long episodes.
Oh yeah, it's like an hour.
They're like small movie length type stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, really funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so I need to get back to that.
Okay.
And that's about it. I need to watch Passengers or whatever it is that I borrowed.
I've watched that. That's a good movie.
The one with
Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence.
J-Lo, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to watch that.
I've heard mixed reviews about it. I've heard most of it's good, but it's a bit disconnected in spots.
Well, it depends as to what you want to go watching. If you're going watching it thinking it's like a horror or whatever, it's not. It's just a nice sort of thriller with a bit of a twist here and there. It's lovely.
Is there such thing as a nice thriller?
It's a nice thriller.
Can you have a nice thriller?
Yeah, I'd say it's a nice thriller. People are happy, then they're sad. It's
pretty thrilling. It's pretty thrilling.
I'm trying to think of the other examples of thrillers and going, I don't remember them being happy.
Well, I've been watching.
Here's Jason.
I've been watching Friday the 13th Part 3, and you got Crispin Glover sitting there dancing for like an hour.
Oh god.
He was pretty happy.
Those movies were just cheesy. Like looking back now, they're cheesy. I've got no more fun.
I'm so keen to play Friday the 13th now.
So yeah, that's hopefully another video we'll put out next week. Late next week will be another Friday the 13th with Bossman's in it this time, or going to be in it. We're recording that later.
The only reason I'm fine doing another one, because there's so many other Let's Plays I'd rather do. And then Beazley was like, we'll get to do one with Bossman now. I'm like, okay.
That's the only reason I'm doing it. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
We've played the game so much with Bossman, and he wasn't in the first Let's Play, so...
Yeah, so this will be the second and more than likely last part.
I hope so. Just because
it's gonna be
we've got so many
other games I want to play.
The problem with
collection like 1,200 up there.
The problem we've got at the moment is we've got so many Let's Play ideas, and the list just keeps getting longer.
I mean, I want to keep playing the game. Don't get me wrong, but as far as Let's Plays, like actually recording something, there's so many I want to do.
Yeah. So we'll that'll be the last part for that.
I'm pretty sure Time Crisis 2 should be a part of that.
Time Crisis 2.
So I keep fucking black.
No man, it's all good.
I got a firm grip.
It adds just like I'm just like not paying attention, and all of a sudden it's just like this keeps bringing me back. I'm like what?
Wake up! Wake up, Citrus.
That's alright.
So yeah, but other than that, I haven't watched a lot. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, but that's about it.
Yeah, well, that's the normal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wouldn't mind doing like a competitive Halo Let's Play or something.
Yeah.
Everyone's screaming at each other.
Oh, part of me wishes we were recording that one that me and Sean did, because that was that was an awesome play. That was just so much
Which
fun.
one was that, sorry?
Oh, we did when we played 3-player competitive on Halo, and it wasn't being recorded or anything. It was just playing video games for fun
and just screaming at each other.
I know, that's a horror. That's a thriller. It's a nice thriller.
Do you guys all have Halo Reach? We should crank that next.
I don't own an Xbox.
That's what I wanted to do.
I own an Xbox, an original Xbox.
Yeah, Halo Reach is the one I was wanting to do, but
because that's the only one that's not a part of the Master Chief collection. I noticed. I was like,
how come they didn't put Reach in there? Is there a reason?
I don't know. I mean, it's backwards compatible on Xbox One, but they just didn't.
I think it's simply because the Reach doesn't actually have the Master Chief in it.
I know, but neither did ODST, and they put that in after the fact. It didn't come with it, but after
maybe
the fact
because
they added
ODST
it in,
actually fought with the Master Chief, but the guys in Reach didn't.
Yeah. Considering it was the one Halo game that wasn't on there, they should have.
Yeah, that's probably the best one.
Exactly.
Besides Combat Evolved, because that's obviously classic.
It's just crazy, like Halo 3 coming out pretty close to the start of the 360, and then Reach coming out pretty close towards the end. Like seeing graphically the difference, like
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, they did
I
a
used
great
to think
job
Halo
with
3 was the balls when I first seen it. I remember being at
same.
Jake Roll's house and seeing it.
We played a lot of Halo. We played a lot of Halo over many years. We even used to play Halo at Roberts.
Yeah,
a lot of Halo.
I used to always have Halo since I was about when it came out.
Halo
I
was
about
good.
12.
You're one of the only reasons I played an Xbox back in the day.
Xbox is great. I had every single game chipped under the sun.
like the original Xbox. Yeah,
Government, don't come after me now.
I love.
Do you remember the two? Do you remember the two WWE games? WWE Raw and WWE Raw 2.
I had Raw.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it was weird that back then there were exclusives for like there were wrestling games only on GameCube and wrestling games only on Xbox.
Two of the greatest wrestling games
GameCube
ever
ones.
was like Day of Reckoning and Day of Reckoning 2, which, you know, for a behind the scenes kind of situation, we did record a Let's Play in Day of Reckoning 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
The audio was just blown
we
out.
had some sort
There
of
was so much
major
screaming and
technical problem with that one.
Oh, but that game's so fun, though.
Yeah,
we
it was lots
intend
of fun.
on one day going back to it because we had a match and it was Ric Flair, which me, versus Stacy Keibler. No surprise, and
they did
Sean
that back
played
then.
as
I don't know, some fool.
yeah.
T?
The Hall of Famer? Oh no,
Mama.
he loves his mama. And it was. Well, I thought we'd just muck around and it'd be a short Let's Play. The match went for 40-something bloody minutes. Like to begin with, it was like, oh, we're just gonna muck around. It got seriously competitive at the end. We're like screaming at it, going, "Who won? You did."
Stop breaking
Yeah,
my
I
moves
did.
up.
Stacy Keibler beat Ric Flair and whoever the hell Sean was playing as.
Mr. T.
Back when the games weren't sexist and everybody could fight everybody.
Stacy was psycho in that game.
To be fair, it was still sexist because they had Brian Panties matches, so, you know.
It was sexist for a different reason.
There's still a balance there.
So you guys all get to wear tank tops and shorts, but you get to wear a bikini top.
I have to say, the biggest thing that... here we go. I've never spoken about WWE. The biggest thing that's ruined WWE for me is the fact that it went PG. And not because of the bra and panty matches and all that.
No,
that was just...
I want it.
That was the icing on the cake situation.
I mean, at the end of the day, sex sells, and they know what they're doing.
Back, you know, even when I first started watching it, when Bossman first introduced it to me, the blood and matches were aggressive, and you genuinely now very rarely does a match.
Intensity.
Intense. Now it's like I don't even watch the pay-per-views half of the time. I watch maybe Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
It took me a while to grind down to that, but I'm the same now.
It's just...
It takes the piss out of it.
And it's a shame because they've got so many talented people at this point. You know, people like Seth Rollins, people like Dean Ambrose, people like Bray.
It's kind of sad because everyone sort of went to TNA because they still kept it a little bit real, you know. They were still a bit played on, but they made it look a bit more impactful.
Yeah.
But TNA recently, obviously, as you know, got bought over.
Yeah.
And now even they're starting to do the PG-13 style, and everyone's just hating life.
The irony with that is that it's been bought by Jeff Jarrett again, who founded TNA in the first place and then sold it to Dixie Carter. So it's just like full circle. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But yeah, no, just talking about when Matt said, you know, about the games back then were...
You're a bit lost today, aren't you? Talking about Splatoon and...
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I find it all
I'm finding it... No offense to you or you. I'm finding it refreshing to talk about wrestling and someone actually knows what I'm talking about.
Fuck you.
There's some things I can. Like, I can sit here and talk about Stacy Keibler as much as I want, and he probably knows more about Stacy Keibler than what I do. But outside of that, it's like...
I need to look Stacy Keibler up.
Oh, really?
All you need to know is that she's got legs. She knows how to use it.
It's a rabbit hole. It's a rabbit hole.
She was dating George Clooney at one stage.
Yeah.
But then that was around the time of rumours where she was going to come back to WWE, which would have been cool.
think we're losing people with WWE talk.
No, he's looking up Stacey Keebler.
I was actually going to say, like, because my friends, they like to watch the wrestling they do in like Asia, because that shit is brutal as fuck.
Oh, it is.
I was gonna say Japanese wrestling.
I don't think that even has like any like rules in it. Like the guys there get smashed with tacks. And,
you see people get.
Watch the Mexican league, the Lucha. What's it? Lucha Underground.
Yep.
So good with the same style.
They have a match. They have a match specifically for fluorescent light tubes over there. They just beat each other up with fluorescent light tubes, and it's like
there's glass everywhere.
Yeah, like it's so bad.
They even have the chicks doing it too.
Yeah, that's crazy. The only thing we've gained is that we went through that really big lull of female wrestlers not actually getting much airtime, and that
doing it either. Yeah,
like it was after Trish and Lita retired. Now we're going back to the good female wrestlers who are good looking, but they're also actually very talented in the ring.
We need Beth Phoenix and King Kong back. It's not a name I know, but
Karma. They called her Karma in that, but you're Awesome Kong.
Yes, Awesome Kong.
King Kong. Get King Kong back in there.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
I know who Stacey Keebler is.
She's got legs.
She's got legs.
She's got legs.
She's got legs.
And she's got an awesome cover by ZZ Top as a song.
She does.
Got legs.
Oh god. So yeah,
brilliant.
When the new game comes out, we'll have to play that.
That's the most. I said it on the last podcast. It's another title I'm excited for Nintendo Switch. Is that they have confirmed WWE 2K18 for Nintendo Switch, and that is the best thing ever.
Yeah,
so we're gonna wrestle each other, get all sweaty and.
Well, at least it's portable. I can do this wherever I want.
When I want it.
Yeah, the video games are fun.
No, they're nothing but fun. I mean,
even if you're not
personally, I mean, me and Rob collected them from get go. Like PlayStation 1 days, we've had everyone since.
Oh, do you remember Here Comes the Pain?
Yes.
And then you had like the helicopter, and you could jump out the helicopter in like Times Square.
Now someone who truly deserves the championship. Chilios.
Oh god.
World shittest wrestler.
Them were the days. So yeah, no.
I remember playing the one on the PlayStation 1 where it was like you could actually go into like the vault and like customize a character to whatever you wanted, and you just make them look.
Do you remember the things we made in that game? The big blue.
Oh,
let's not mention names.
No. All right. All I can say was we made a character that may or may not be inspired by somebody we know, and this character we like maxed out everything that we could, and they were this big blue blob thing in a G-string. It was a little weird.
It was way.
But then what we did was we gave cruiserweight moves, so it was flipping around like
big fat blob
big
just like twirling everywhere.
It was weird. Jesus. It was good though. So
they are, like you say, they are fun. Like even for people who aren't into wrestling, they're always a good laugh.
Have you guys watched any of the Conor McGregor interviews lately?
Yes,
I'm not
talking about it.
I'm not a boxing fan. I'm not an MMA fan either, really. But I'm intrigued.
Mate.
Even forget the actual match itself, which is probably going to last all of 30 seconds. Have you followed any of this?
That's the big thing that people are worried about. Like the tickets are so expensive.
Did you hear that ringside seats are like $20,000 or whatever the hell it was for ringside seats?
Well, they're both looking to make about $500 million each.
Yeah, like it's some ridiculous.
You don't even have to win. You just have to last the time, don't you?
I mean, I'm the same. I've never sort of watched it. Never watched MMA.
I mean, the only reason I knew about Mayweather was because as he's developed over the years, he's got an undefeated streak, which is renowned for that. But and B, because he made his appearance in WWE and had a match against the Big Show at WrestleMania.
A punch him.
I was going to say a match against the Big Show at WrestleMania because it was just it was an absolute joke.
But watching the banter from Conor McGregor and them fights just filled my life with joy.
He just
knows how to get inside his opponent's mind and just fuck with them.
Well, normally
because he's an arrogant little shit, and everyone's just like,
yeah, but normally Mayweather is. Yeah. Like normally Mayweather is the one that just does not shut up.
Yeah, but that's funny. He beat him to it. And
yeah, like Conor McGregor seems to
you bought a fucking school bag to the interview. What are you doing? Like,
yeah, but like he was just like,
grow up. You're 40.
Oh, Matty, you would have been fucked. You bring a bag everywhere. Conor would have come after you.
It's just funny because like Conor McGregor's 25. It's like, I'm 25 and you're 40 and you got a fucking school bag.
And like, obviously, his manager, Floyd's manager, is his dad.
Yeah.
So it's like Mayweather Senior, and he's been even like Conor's even been tearing into like his dad, like, oh, but you should have let him, you should kept him retired. It's on your head. Like he's really like, because he's 49-0 or something, and he's been retired for a couple of years.
It's like you don't want him to end on 49-1, do you?
Yeah, like it was like I'm like, wow, it's one of those. It's like one of those car accidents waiting to happen kind of situations. You got to watch, but you don't want to. Like it's
well, you can see what
it's cringeworthy.
It's a way. It's a form of psychological warfare.
Yeah,
trying to like choke him out, like
but
bringing up his age, making himself doubt himself.
A betting man at this point would say that Floyd's going to kick his ass because it's a boxing match.
Well, that's true, but I mean,
really,
yeah, it's a boxing match, and Floyd is even at the age of 40, can still throw punches. Because did you hear that there was also a rumor that apparently McGregor got knocked out in a training session, in a sparring session. I heard that one recently. I don't know if it was confirmed or not, but that was the rumor. It's like, well, that's not.
As I say, it doesn't matter how well trained you are. If you let your guard down, anyone can be knocked out.
Well, it's good. I think it's going to come down to the speed of Conor, and then obviously the techniques of Mayweather.
Yeah,
so he's going to win it.
Yeah, it's McGregor, if I say, he's arrogant to the sense of where you just love to hate the guy.
You know what?
But the arrogance is also something that might.
You know what? He kind of reminds me of Ronda Rousey. How everyone's sort of in love with him right now, but as soon as something fucks up,
it's like,
it's going to be like nothing.
She was undefeated, and then bang, she got arrogant.
Yeah, she got knocked out.
Yeah, she got taken down
by.
Well, not a nobody, but
she's still
Holly.
I never hear about her anymore.
She's not the name of the female league anymore.
Yeah, because she got knocked out by
Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
she's a beast.
And she became famous after that. Like,
she is a beast.
But see, Holly, like most of the female MMA fighters at that stage, unless it was Ronda Rousey, nobody knew who these other people were. And I think that's what the shock factor was there. Whilst Holly Holm had sort of like developed somewhat of a name, nobody knew her. And that's where the shock factor was like, oh, Ronda's coming into another fight, she's going to kick their ass. And she got her ass handed to her.
She's a boxer.
You don't hear about her now.
Yeah. That's what the previous was like. Boxers make great fighters.
Like, so that's
because they're built to take punches. The whole point of it is
they're
built to get hits.
And that's why I stand by it, because basically I think the rules in this match that they're saying is that if Conor uses any form of MMA at all, he'll be instantly disqualified and won't get paid. Full stop.
I won't get paid.
I'm pretty sure that's what
you don't get paid if you break the rules.
And that's what they're going. Well, what's his hands like? As in throwing hands, because he's very much I think from what I've seen, a
palm guy.
Like it's a weird and kicking. Like it's the kicks.
He's really going to shut down them instincts.
Yeah,
he's going
to. So it'll be interesting.
I mean,
I'm not going to buy the fight. Even to buy the fight on pay-per-view is like $79.95 or some stupid amount of money.
Let's just YouTube in 2 weeks time.
That's how I say. Watch the fight afterwards.
I'm sure there'll be a highlight put somewhere on a news thing, because it's been covered on everything under the sun. Right.
I do like. It's probably the only reason why I'd ever want a sports channel is just watch like all the fighting, like because I like I love boxing, I love MMA, like they're just good sports to watch. Like even though I condone violence,
condone it, condone.
But I do like it in the sense of a sportsmanship kind of mentality. I don't even know what that was.
I was just doing a quick trying to get that inner villain out.
Trying to cover up his villain.
His villain.
He may look like an innocent man deep down.
I look like a little boy now with my haircut.
I know. It like since your last appearance on the podcast, you've had a haircut.
Yeah, my hair was all out here. And
so this is the same person.
This is clean, Bossman.
I get asked for ID when I buy smokes now.
Oh really?
Well, I'm like, 25, guys. That's 25.
Yeah, no, I need a haircut.
So, but yeah,
my hair gets like an inch longer than it usually is. I'm just like, it needs to be cut.
Yeah, it gets in your face.
So you're like me. We've had this conversation before. He thinks I'm a crazy person.
I don't think he's ever had a bowl cut before, so he's not like you. Have you seen the picture, Matty? It's like Toad's head.
Wait, what picture? And where can I find it?
I got it at home.
So just letting you know, this will be the last appearance of Bossman. Show cancelled. No.
Funny.
Matt and I had this conversation because I get my hair cut quite frequently because I can't stand it when it grows long. This is starting to annoy me.
It's not even you getting your hair cut regularly. It's you whinging that it's annoying you. Like Beazley, you don't even know the meaning of the word annoying.
Like as May like swishes his hair back. Like,
Yeah, it's coming from a guy that had dreadlocks for many years. It's annoying.
I have a theory that once my hair gets to the point that I have to sweep it to one side and it starts looking Trump-esque, that I need to have it cut.
You know what, I want to see you in 5 years have like full-on rocker hair. Waving Chris Jericho style.
Have you seen Jericho's just returned, actually? And
we're back.
And he's got a different hairstyle now. And he looks really bizarre. Have you seen? Oh, no,
he doesn't get this with us. You see,
does he have the French mustache? I heard he was going to come back with a French mustache.
No, he doesn't have that.
Oh, speaking of French mustaches, have you guys heard the funniest stories about the new Batman movie? The Justice League movie.
Oh, they have to digitally get rid of Henry Cavill's moustache.
How funny!
Because they're doing reshoots of Justice League, and what's happened there is that because the reshoots are now going into the movie that he had to grow the moustache for, they have to foot the bill to have it digitally removed for him to do the Superman stuff.
It's silly.
Wait. Who's what?
Superman? The guy who plays Superman has grown a moustache for another part. But the guys who film or are filming Justice League have had to do reshoots, and those reshoots have now overlapped over the same time that Henry is doing another movie.
So same universe or different movie universe?
Completely different movie in it with a different
So Justice League has to foot the bill to digitally remove the mustache that he needs because he is currently filming another movie.
I know it's in my head. And you know what? I read now you brought that up. I read the funniest headline. It was like. DC or who produce it is DC that produces the movies themselves, isn't it? Have had to spend something like $100 million on like CG.
Yeah, for a mustache.
Like it's probably not quite that excessive amount, but it's costing them millions of dollars.
Whatever happened to the day of where they just made fake mustaches and put them on? I don't know.
Like, couldn't they just like dye his beard for that? Like paint it maybe one day.
Paint it. No, but they actually have specific
they've done that. They still today in the back if you can't grow a beard, they just make you one and put it on your face.
Yeah, but he did grow it. He doesn't want to shave it off.
Yeah, like it's not his fault. It's the fact that DC have gone, we need to reshoot.
He's grown a moustache for this movie he's currently filming.
And
Justice League
they finished filming and now it's a reshoot because they want to
so they've obviously either
want to change some scenes. So they're like, come back, we need you to come back.
So that's why DC have had to foot the bill because it's outside of his contract or whatever because he's moved on to another movie.
He's like, fine, I'll come back, but I can't I'm not shaving my moustache.
They're like spending millions of dollars. I'll put a photo up. I'll put a photo up on the screen to like have the moustache. Yeah, that's it. Like to have it digitally removed. I don't think the moustache is quite that bad.
What they should do is digitally put the moustache back on for the other scenes.
Yeah. Can you just have a zoom in of Matt's shirt? That could just be our mustache picture.
Give a Jeff moustache. No, so yeah, that's been a whole thing as well, and like everyone's going on about because it's meant to be a secret that Superman's in Justice League, but everyone knows he's going to be in Justice League.
Silly.
So this
it makes no sense that he won't be in Justice League.
I know, but people are going, because they're speculating. It was at the end of the trailer that debuted at Comic-Con or whatever. There's someone in the reflection of talking to Alfred, I think it is.
Like, I knew you'd come.
Slight red cape there, so they're all going, it's Superman. Oh my god, we've confirmed it. It's like, when was there a doubt? Like
they don't have many main characters to use.
It's the beginning of Justice League. All the Justice League members are there except Superman. So don't you think Superman will be?
This is why it's hilarious. So DC's like, all right, so we got to do reshoots, and this is costing us X amount of dollars to get rid of his moustache. But they put this out there, and everyone's like, see, confirmed. It's like, it doesn't need to be confirmed.
As I say, I don't think DC was trying to keep it a secret. They're like, Justice League. You understand what the Justice League entails, right?
But the other thing that, seeing you were talking about Justice League, or brought up Justice League, and that the other thing they're saying about is that they changed the trailers, and because Wonder Woman did so well, they put more Wonder Woman in the trailers.
Oh, is it going to be another one of them Deadpool things, whereas the guy's going to try and sue them because they had different scenes in the movie to what they showed in the trailers?
Oh, God knows. But they've put so much more Wonder Woman in the trailer or something, and it's like, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm glad they've done that. But everyone's like, oh, they're just trying to capitalize on that. I'm like, why not? Like, that movie is like...
It's pretty good, and everyone loves a chick in battle.
Has that gone over $1 billion yet? That would have had to have by now.
What movie was it recently where so much of the scenes in the trailer, like none of those scenes appeared in the movie? It was awesome. Was it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. But that's
because there's no scene in Spider-Man where Iron Man's flying with Spider-Man's swinging, but that's in the trailer.
Spoilers.
It's not in the movie though. So.
Who's
Trailer
spoilers?
Trailers.
Trailers.
Wait, before you watch this trailer, there's a spoiler for the trailer.
Spoiler for the trailer. Is that a thing? Can that be a thing?
Trailer spoilers.
Can trailer spoilers be a thing?
I specifically stayed away from trailers for like Wonder Woman and Spider-Man.
No, but I'm saying, like, if I said to you
Yeah,
about
like,
something
in
appeared in a trailer, would that be a spoiler?
Well, you know what? Trailers have spoiled movies for me many times.
Exactly.
All the time, actually.
The trailer for Batman v Super, not that I care about that movie, but absolutely spoiled that movie.
You've just killed Greg Miller.
Deadpool is my one. I went in wanting to love Deadpool and ended up hating it because I had already seen all the fight scenes from the trailers.
Yeah,
really?
pretty much.
They brought out like 10 trailers. So I was like, come on, guys. Way to break box office.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Deadpool's
So
trailers were pretty much every single fight
Yeah,
scene.
ever since then,
Jerk.
I just like try and stay away from any trailers. Just sort of maybe watch one.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. For movies, it's...
That's the
pretty
thing with the
easy
movie
to
industry at the
dislike.
moment. They're so because they're struggling to get people because people are just obviously going straight to DVD. They're just waiting for that, and then waiting for those DVD prices to drop and then buying.
DVD.
The last one I watched.
Blu-ray.
whatever.
I think they're doing the same for Atomic Blonde. Have you guys seen the trailer for that movie
Nah.
yet?
It looks pretty
Where
good.
It's
But it's like,
Charlize Theron just kicking ass as a Charlize Theron.
yeah.
I couldn't actually know the backstory of it, sorry. And it's literally...
Charlize Theron,
watched
the autobiography.
And it's nothing but the fight scenes.
Yeah.
Really?
So it better not be when I go see that movie.
And that's the thing, isn't it?
That's
Because
all the
they're
fight
saying that
scenes,
they're
you know.
doing that now because it's like they're giving you all the best scenes that they have, and they're just like, this will get people in the cinema.
Yeah.
Because people will be expecting more. Because we're like, well, this is the trailer, so it must be awesome. And they'll get there, and then
I
they realize,
made-
oh, we've seen all these
But it's
scenes.
going the opposite. Yeah.
In a slightly different scenario, I made the same sort of mistake, not for a trailer, but the theme song for Spectre. I listened to it before the movie, and I didn't like it, right? And that's, oh God, what's his name? Who sings it?
Superman. Henry Cavill.
Anyway, no, I can't think of his name. I can picture him. Anyway, so the guy who sings it, I wasn't a fan of the song, but I appreciate it more now I've watched it with the title sequence.
So that's what I thought. It's always the best music videos.
Like I shouldn't have listened to it in the first place because I don't watch James Bond trailers because it's the same thing.
Yeah,
I find that
you
it
learn.
spoils, aspects of the movie, and Marvel's bad for it, and DC's even worse for it. Like DC,
Yeah, I think Batman v Superman could have had some good surprises if they really tried.
And
And the only one for Marvel that I can think of is Spider-Man being in Civil War. How cool it would have been if we
If he
didn't
just
know he was
swung
going
in
to.
Just came in and the thing is, it was set up as if it was meant to be a surprise because he jumps in. He's like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Yep.
Yeah.
It's literally like something like
Would have been awesome.
and he says it as if he's saying it to the audience because it's just.
I would have
him.
lost my mind.
I know it's a slim chance, but is it possible that Marvel went, we're just not hitting so let's put Spider-Man in there?
Well, I think it was because it was rumoured for so long. So many
that's why it
articles
was
of
coming.
Sony's caved, Spider-Man's joining the MCU, that I think they had to finally say, yeah, it's happening. It would have gotten to the point
Smash
where
God.
Spider-Man would have
What are you doing to
been...
the microphone?
keep pulling the cord.
No, not you, him.
No, I keep pulling the cord. It keeps going.
I'm just gonna hold it down here.
So
Yeah, I think if Spider-Man didn't appear in the trailer, it probably would have been spoiled in some other way that wouldn't have been as cool.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they did it, but that would have been
that makes
awesome.
sense.
Seeing that in the spinner and Spider-Man coming down, like,
Yeah, that was
so cool.
So what's the next movie? I know obviously Justice League's coming out. To follow.
Ragnarok.
No, that's Marvel.
For DC.
Oh,
I don't know if
DC.
there is.
Because they're going to go Justice League, and then they're going straight to the Batman movie after that.
No.
Because there's been lots of news that
Batman-
it's been cancelled.
Batman-
Ben Affleck's not there. He is.
Batman's
Yeah,
been pushed. I think
'Cause,
after
yeah,
that,
they might
it's-
actually recast him. So
I hope they don't. I like Ben Affleck as Batman.
I can't
I haven't
remember.
really seen him as it, so I don't know.
Especially after watching Dark Knight.
I
Dark
watched
Returns.
actually the most recent
Really sticks to that character.
movie trailer I watched was Ragnarok, and it was only because somebody showed. Was it you?
Yeah.
I've seen a thing where Hulk is talking baby.
That was part of that trailer. I have to admit that trailer's actually made me look at it and go, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it.
Well, it's got the sweetest storyline of all the bloody comic books, and it doesn't look like they're putting it to very good use.
I like the fact that it's kind of like it's taking a few bit of inspiration from Planet Hulk.
The
Yeah, it
reason.
is. I'm waiting for Red Hulk to just come down and smash the moon.
Do you know why they're doing that?
Why?
So there's a whole legal thing with the Hulk character.
Yeah, no, they were Universal.
So Universal owns the rights to solo Hulk movie. So we'll never.
So that's why you don't have one. Yet,
yes,
and everyone else has got
and
one.
that's why I was going to say Mark Hamill, Mark Ruffalo. When you'll never see a Hulk movie, well, this is the case. Shit. He'd love to do one. He would love to do a solo Hulk movie, but he can't.
We do have a solo Hulk movie,
that was
but it's in the MCU. But it's a different. Yeah, but one of them is canon to the MCU.
That's the one with Eric Banner.
Is that the Edward Norton one or Eric Banner?
I think it's the.
Because I got told the Edward Norton one was true to the comics.
What are the names of the movies?
The Incredible Hulk and.
Incredible Hulk. There's the Hulk.
So the Hulk and the Incredible
Hulk. Then there's
Hulk.
the Amazing Hulk or something like that.
Incredible Hulk is a part of the MCU.
Was that
it's just a different actor playing Hulk.
Maybe that's the one that had his father as the villain, right?
I think
his
so.
father is Brainiac, I think, where his brain goes massive and then he controls people.
Was that Eric Banner?
Yeah, that was the Eric Banner one.
Yeah, so I don't like that.
It's very he mutates himself.
I mean, it came out after Iron Man.
Yeah, if I watch it now, I can't watch it because it looks so CGI.
I watched it when I was little, and it was.
But I watched it when it came out. And I loved it.
Why does Hulk look different in Ragnarok compared to what he did in Avengers?
I think
because technology has gotten better.
He's got short hair.
Yeah, but he looks younger. Like they've de-aged him.
I think do you reckon it's just
like the actual Hulk character, not Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah. Do you reckon it's just because they cut his hair into a buzz cut instead of the?
Yeah, I don't think he looks much different. I think there's more detail to his face.
And also, he's meant to have been the Hulk for a while now, and as we all know in the comic books, Hulk begins to because Hulk is just a child at the beginning, and then he's slowly growing up. That's why he can now talk a bit more. And he's got his own mind, just like. Yeah.
What I took from it is that just the facial capture's better. He had a bit more of a CG face in the original, and now it looks more
round, and now it's more defined with the.
That's probably what. Now you've said that, that's probably what it is.
It's the fact that they can now take all these facial features instead of it just being just a blob.
Yeah. 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 I assumed that's what it was because I saw a side by side picture. But the main thing I took from that trailer is it looked like. Guardians of the Galaxy-ish.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. It did.
Yeah.
Well, Infinity Wars is meant to be starting.
They're really trying to
Did you hear?
Bring it up from Earth level to
going to space.
Well, see,
this is how it's going, guys.
That's why after the 2 Avengers movies, they're doing Spider-Man again to bring it back down to being at a lower level to reset everything. That's why the second Homecoming movie is the first movie after Avengers 4.
So
I
just want Venom to come out.
But then
Venom.
Then they're going to Captain Marvel.
Tom Hardy too.
Yes, I really want a good Captain Marvel
movie. That's being set in the 90s. And
apparently
it's going to have...
Shazam movie.
Apparently it's probably going to have...
Kid Tool?
Or it's Nick Fury. Nick Fury's going to be in Captain Marvel.
Coming out of retirement, isn't
it? You know what? I've seen a funny...
No, it's set in the 90s, so it's set before all the shit's
No, I mean the actor.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I think he's still acting, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
I was going to say.
He's just not been in Marvel movies for a while.
No, because he's only got so many on his contract.
Yeah.
I was watching a funny thing on Robot Chicken last night about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show.
Oh, yeah, what about it?
And it sort of summed up what I thought of it.
Did you ever finish it?
I never watched it.
God damn it.
I watched 2 episodes.
It's an amazing show.
Oh, no, you've got to watch a few before it really gets...
He hasn't watched any, so...
He said he watched a couple of episodes.
He's the guy from Avengers that goes into...
Phil Coulson.
Yeah, the old dude.
He's
like the main person.
Coulson.
Yeah,
it was literally like him looking out the window, like, oh, there goes Captain Marvel. Oh, there goes Captain America.
Oh, God.
Who's coming in today? Nick Fury? Nope, he's with them. So what are we doing? Oh, we have to do it by ourselves, I guess. It's like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The second half of the first season is where it really kicks off.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Just changes. It's like 2 different TV shows. The start is very slow, and it's because they're character developing.
I love it because that's what Joss Whedon does. He's so good at character development and making great characters. But then the second half of that season, all this shit happens, and it ties into
Winter Soldier,
and the ending to the season is fucking incredible, and it sets up a brilliant season 2.
It's one of the few shows where I developed an attachment to the characters.
Yeah,
that's how well written those characters are.
I feel that way about the TV series Gotham.
Yeah,
just like the characters in that the first season, you're just like...
Can I check your advice on some of this? I've only watched the first season of Gotham, and I thought it was dropping off a fair bit, so I was like, should I get back into it? That was only the first season.
You should. The first season is like, you're right, because it's not really, because you're kind of expecting a Batman kind of like...
But obviously it's
it's the beginning, and it's like, obviously it's not what you're traditionally used to Batman, because obviously all the characters are now, they're showing them as kids and like how they're growing up and how they develop. That's the best, because in the second season it's then a bit more, it kind of spirals out of control. Does
it drop more into villains at all at any point?
Season 4 is definitely going to go more into villains. Season 3 pretty much,
because I think season 1 they just had a lot of the Penguin, and I think the Joker was maybe coming into
season 3, like towards the end of season 3, it really sets off, because it's like it sets the plane for all these different villains that are going to come out.
Do you get to see Scarecrow?
Spoilers.
To watch it, so I'm not going to say anything.
Don't talk about it. Spoilers. I like Gotham because Batman is the least interesting character in that universe, and Gotham is just awesome. I really like that.
You know what I think the problem, and I think without going,
I'm sorry, but Aquaman, Seaman,
is Seaman,
and Swallow.
Okay, the least interesting character, the least interesting character of the interesting characters. We're not going to talk about the dirt that like
Hawkeye.
Do you mean
Hawkeye?
Do you mean
what's wrong with
at least
Hawkeye?
interesting as in he's just the most that you just don't? What is it about them that you don't like? I'm curious.
About what?
That every story of Batman is exactly the same.
It's true.
Oh yeah, no.
So like, it's not interesting to hear another story about Batman.
And because there's been so many.
But this is the thing that I like about Gotham, though, because it actually like shows the development of Bruce Wayne as he becomes the Batman.
Yeah, but even then, like, the problem with Batman is there's been so many, and we've said this before in a previous podcast, that it's like DC's cash cow. There's been so many reiterations of Batman that, and as Matt said, it's all pretty much the base. So you get.
And I wasn't using this as an insult. This is why I love Gotham, because it concentrates on.
It gets rid of that. Yeah, exactly.
It's not just Batman.
That's why I like
You're right. Batman would.
Because that's my problem with Batman, is that most Batman things just focus on Batman. So,
I understand what you mean, because you mean it's like Superman by himself is Superman, everyone knows, but like Batman without the villains, he's nothing really. It's just because that's his whole thing. That's his whole driving point. Is Superman's about, I want world peace, I want humans to get along with each other. Wonder Woman's all, I need to protect, the innocent, blah blah blah. Batman's like, I protect Gotham and Gotham alone. Without Gotham,
you get a slapping. You get a slapping. You get a slapping.
Without Gotham and without all these bad guys, he would have no reason to exist. I get what he means. Like, I cannot imagine Batman without the Joker. If the Joker didn't exist, I'd be like, well, Batman's pretty much fucked.
This is true. But speaking of which, rest in peace, Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
Adam West. But apparently they aired a tribute thing for Family Guy.
Yeah, I've seen that. It was good.
It was like a highlight of all of his funniest bits.
I was watching a lot of Robot Chicken last night. Yeah. And Mae West was in there, like every scene doing Batman. Oh god. Watching the DC one. It was classic. I was so happy.
But he
did a final movie before he passed, though. The Batman movie that was on the PlayStation Network at the moment.
And apparently
it's a testimony back to the 1960s
really?
version. And it's like animated.
Yes. So there was one that came out. There was one that came out in the last 12 months, and that was Return of the Caped Crusaders, and that was throwback to that. He has recorded a second sequel to that. I don't know if that has come out or it's due to come out at the end of the year. Cool. Continuing on from that cartoon, and apparently, like, if you like the 60s Batman, which is as loony
as anything.
It's one of those things you can watch because it is just so loony.
It just reminds me of Simpsons. We need to stay away from the 70s version of Batman as much as we can.
So, like,
get him, girl!
Holy shark, Batman!
But they showed a highlight of all the Mae West greatest moments, and I've always loved that character.
So funny.
But watching that highlight's like, wow, he's really underrated as a character in Family Guy. There have been so many good moments.
But the big thing about his character his best thing is that he was a mastermind, but then did all these things as a distraction.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was the best about it. He was a true villain.
Quahog.
I always laugh. You know when he's sitting at his desk and he's got the little light up pin board and it says Adam Wee, and he's
Adam Wee. Adam Wee.
And then he gets a phone call. He answers and then he puts it down. He's like, nobody insults Adam Wee. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
That's somebody singing in the back. Adam West. Adam. I'm a little bit stuffed now. Adam.
Yeah, that's it. He's gold. He's awesome. But Family Guy's good. I like Family Guy.
That's classic.
I'll watch it all.
It's a little bit, it's a little bit stale in later seasons now. But.
Yeah, it's a bit like Simpsons. Simpsons lost the plot, in the later seasons.
American Dad's pretty good though. Still,
American Dad's still rapping it.
Haven't watched that for ages.
But that's because what was it? Family Guy was always kind of like Seth MacFarlane's like view into the world. That's why it's all pretty much like side gags. Like every time they say, "Oh, this is like the time we did this," and this is like the time we did that. It's always that. Whereas American Dad's, it's actually like on political issues and there's a story behind it all.
Have you seen the trailer for his new show? The sci-fi one?
No, but have you guys seen Cavalcade Comedy?
No.
That's another one. That's an unknown show that he's done. He put it out like 5 years ago. It's the most hilarious piece of like mini.
I like a lot of what he does.
Watch, like,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I have watched it. It's like 45 minutes on YouTube, isn't it? Yeah.
It's freaking lovely.
Oh, so it's just like a standalone.
But yeah, I can't remember what that Star Trek show is called.
Yeah, it's a cross between like Family Guy and Star Trek. It's called.
It looks hilarious.
It's the name of the ship. It's the Orville.
Right.
Yeah.
It
looks kind of funny. Like I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like.
And is there a new Star Trek show coming out?
Yes. Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, I don't really care about Star Trek. I just like the movies, but the new show looks good.
Any Star Trek ever?
Star Trek is good. It's for what it is. Like you have to accept that when they film. Like my favorite one is definitely Star Trek Generations with Jean-Luc Picard.
Oh yeah, that's alright. I like the one with the female captain.
Voyager.
Yeah. No. Voyager's the one with that other dude captain.
Common Patch.
No, Voyager's the one with the female captain.
Is that?
Yeah, you're thinking of what's it called? The one where they're on the satellite. Like that's the second. Maybe. That was the third one after. It's the one after Generations.
Voyager.
Voyager's the one with the female captain where they get lost on this new ship and they can't get their way back to Earth, so they've got to keep traveling around until they get to Earth.
I can't think of their name. Normally I can think of the characters.
No idea.
The captain.
That one ended slightly, like in my opinion, like very lackluster because it like they just ended. They're just like there they go. We're just gonna do. We're just gonna like skip a few years ahead and then have her talk about what happened.
Oh, they do. That's right. They age her like by 30 years.
Yeah,
and
then they talk about what happened and how they got home. And you're like,
yeah, it does.
Thanks for kicking me in the mouth.
What's her name? I can't remember.
I shouldn't have brought up a topic as big as Star Trek at the end of the episode.
No. We're not going to go into Star Trek talk. I don't know.
I guess I saw the trailer for the new one. I'm like, this actually might interest me.
Did you guys follow Game of Thrones at all?
I want to, but
haven't watched the newest.
Haven't watched the newest one?
2 episodes yet.
I'm getting back into
Captain
it now.
Janeway.
It's so good.
Captain Janeway.
Yeah, even that.
Won't say anything about it because spoilers left and right with that show.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is amazing. And if you haven't seen it, you're a crazy person. Especially Curtis, who I know would love it.
We started watching it. You're like, we're going to watch this, and we got halfway through season 1, and then we just stopped.
I feel like I love that sort of stuff, but I'm also really cringeworthy. So every time I get to like a really
beheading,
or a torture scene or other scenes, and I'll just be like skip. Nothing ever bad happens in the world. Nothing ever bad happens in the world. I'm just like
I've been trying to get our friend that we all know here, sorry kid, Scott, to watch it since it came out, the last 8 years.
Yep.
And he's always
been out that long.
And he's always calling me like, Charles, I'm bored. I got nothing to watch. I got nothing to play. I'm like, dude, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, getting into them. I don't have the time to watch it.
That's another series I haven't. That's another series I haven't watched. I've watched the first season and just not watched anymore. And that's Walking Dead.
That's the thing. Walking Dead. It gets better and better and better. Like, with the graphics, obviously, the first one's very.
I enjoyed it. It's just like we watched.
There are ups and downs to Walking Dead. Overall, I still love that show, but there are ups and downs. Game of Thrones. I think it's all ups. Like that show just gets better and better.
Watched the other show.
So good storylines. I'm glad I never read the book.
The other show we watched a lot of, and we really need to get back to because we were having such a good run with that, was House of Cards.
Oh, that's
House of Cards is fucking amazing.
So good.
Kevin Spacey is just an amazing actor.
Yeah, I love Russo from that show.
Yes.
Yep. He was my favourite.
Yep. Same.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
What was he in? He was in Ant-Man, and all I could.
Did you watch the Strain? Did you watch the Strain?
No, I didn't.
It's him, but he's got a wig on, and he looks ridiculous. Sorry.
No. I was watching Riku. She jumped on. Oh god.
And you're just following.
Oh,
this could be the end of the podcast.
All right. Anyway,
I do want to watch the Strain.
Oh yeah, it looks like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
But
But
I do love that
with
show.
a dude,
So.
and that's much fun.
That whole House of Cards storyline right through to the point
how good is it?
that Russo exits the series. We'll keep it at
What's
that.
House of Cards? I probably shouldn't ask this.
It's a political show sort of thing. It's about not a political.
Yeah. It's politically based, but it doesn't feel political,
like
as in like.
It feels like a thriller.
Basically, it's about the rise of a person to become president of the United States, but his way of doing it is very, very
corrupt.
Yeah.
As most.
And Kevin Spacey plays the president. What's his?
Yeah, he plays so good in that show. He won so many awards.
Oh shit! What's his character's name? Oh, I'm so angry at myself for this.
Oh, they're having a go.
I'll Google it again. Maddie, I'm sorry. What's it?
It's on the tip of my
Frank Underwood.
Frank Underwood, President Underwood. But he does. It's a brutal series.
Yeah,
like,
it's very good. Another show that Curtis would really like. But
they have really
Game of Thrones is
everyone's
is that
character in that show.
Although, have you heard recently that even though it's like, it's Netflix who produced that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, it's one of their biggest shows. That apparently this could be the last season of it.
Yeah, because they don't need to just keep stretching things out. So when they feel like they're done with House of Cards, they can be done with House of Cards.
Are they at I think they're at season 5.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I only thought it was going to have the last 3 seasons, honestly, the way they were going with the story.
I didn't expect
want to lag it out. So
yeah,
I'm just wondering how far they'll go. Like, will it be the demise of him? Like, that's what I think.
The season finale will be Trump coming in and be like... then Trump coming in with his right-wing thing, being like, I got most of the country's population. You're out, Underwood.
Was there any?
Yeah, he's.
Was there any reference to that when Trump got elected? I heard there was.
Yeah, I don't want anything spoiled for me.
No. But I had heard that there was some reference to that.
Yeah.
Like, very subtle reference. or someone said that Trump getting elected was a very House of Cards scenario because of all the bullshit that's going on in the background and backstabbing and people getting fired and losing jobs.
I know you two don't watch it. Do you watch South Park at all? South Park?
Yes. South Park.
Yes.
I just watch
the
here and there.
last 2 seasons?
I've been watching. Unfortunately, like I used to watch them season by season with my brother, but then he moved out, so now I'm like.
Literally, the last 2 seasons, they're just taking the full piss out of Trump.
Oh, really?
It's Mr. Garrison. He's one of the most right-wing people. Yeah. He's literally got the fake tanner on, the wig on.
Oh my god!
He's running around like, "You want my answer, ladies? Fuck them all to death.
Oh,
make America great.
Yeah, and he goes,
fuck them all to death.
Fuck them all to death. Because they did a show before then when he was trying to run for president where they went to Canada.
Yeah.
And he fucks the president of Canada.
Because
everyone's like wondering, why has Canada changed? Why have they built a wall? And they get there and it's the Canadian Trump. And he just fucks him to death.
You know what? I said what I was going to do. Fuck them all to death.
Oh my god. So anyway, I think on that note we'll wrap up the podcast.
Sure, we have China on the line. Tell him to go suck my balls.
No, seriously, don't tell him that.
No, seriously, don't tell him.
So so just quickly to reiterate, we'll have a couple of videos coming out. Party Hard, Friday the 13th. Maddie and I might do some Splatoon. We really should do some Splatoon.
It looks like good fun, that game. I'll get involved.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would like to do a video. I play heaps, but a video and it would be fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd like to play some Splatoon in my spare time and be playing Splatoon.
It is just
it's a really quirky take on a shooter. Yeah. It's a Nintendo take on a shooter, and it's amazing. They've done an amazing job.
What was that 4-player game that you guys did a Let's Play on? It was like Castle Invaders or something like that. It was literally like, it was one screen. 1, 2, 3, 4 players. And you guys all just deuced it out on the one screen. One guy's got a crossbow, one guy's got
Towerfall Ascension.
Yeah, I really want to play that game.
I
watched the Let's Play for that, and it looks great, and I really want to play it.
That was a very early Let's Play, because that was before.
But it looked the funnest.
It was so much fun. We've played so much of that game. So yeah, we might try and throw some Towerfall in at some stage. Maybe not before the next podcast, but I'm sure we'll go back to it.
I just meant for shits and gigs for us playing.
That would be good.
Play on it,
so
I agree.
All right, well, don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Maddie's doing the jazz hands. Jazz hands. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. And keep an eye out for any other videos that we've put up. Definitely watch Resident Evil's finale. It's pretty good.
The squealing.
Sorry, I'm promoting us, Sean.
Yeah.
It's finally over. So, all right, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yep.
Peace.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye bye.